Yes, yes. Welcome to another episode of Smooth Radio 102. It's your host, Smooth Breeze. You already know how I carry it, man. Today we got a special guest, man. Singer, actor, model, man. One of the best vocals from Philly, man. Let him know who you is.
What's going on, everybody? This is Beaux Emerson. Thank you for having me on. I'm just a singer, actor, change maker, Philly born and raised. So,
Yeah. What part of Philly you from?
North Philly. I was born in North Philly, and then I moved to West Philly when I was 8. So I basically grew up around like 60 bars, 60 Cali. I went to Catholic school.
Okay, word. Ain't Will Smith from West Philly?
Yep, right over Overbrook section.
Word. Shout out to Will.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're gonna start into the questions. When did you first get into music and acting?
I would say that people tell me that when I was younger, like 2 or 3, I used to run around like singing old school songs. If you don't know me by now, shower me with your love at the top of my lungs. Whether or not they thought I could sing with material, but I was just singing that stuff. Acting really didn't hit me until uh, later on in life. I probably say I did some stuff in high school. I was like, oh, all right, this is ways. I kind of grew up in church a little bit, so I had to do like your regular gospel like stage plays. I
Yeah.
won't say low budget church plays. Uh, Church plays. So I kind of took a liking to some of the acting there. That's where it kind of started.
Word. I think I seen one of your plays. I forgot. I think you was singing or something. I know you had like a afro.
Oh yeah, Hair the Musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I
So
had
what?
to, that I did. I think that was in 2018. I think I did that role. Um, and I had to play. At one point, that character has to sing. Happened to James Brown. Does a James Brown impression. That
How
was
was
fun.
that?
That was good. I mean, that's Godfather's soul. So even and I had to do it a cappella too. So I had to really be on my game for that. But no, it was fun. I kind of discovered the theater thing by chance. Actually, taking it back, but off of Craigslist, I found the audition for The Color Purple. And I was like, well, I've never done a musical. Let me see. So I went out and auditioned for it and got the role. So I did that off Broadway, and I was Harpo. So that was like, oh, okay, I'm actually good at this. I can get paid for this too. And then my first singing gig that I found out, I was at least good enough to get paid a little bit was on the Spirit of Philadelphia.
Word.
They used to have. That was actually the last season where they had like true entertainment on there. So you're singing for 200 people at a time on a boat. And sometimes the boat would go twice. So that kind of helped me getting your nerves together and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I knew that I could earn some money doing it. But I mean, I went to school for other stuff. Yeah, that's where it started.
Okay. Oh, what actor inspired you to act? Like who? Like what actor you idolize? Like I want to be on his level.
I know everybody would say Denzel's and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
like because it's just automatic go to because he is one of the goats or the goat. But I like Sidney Poitier,
Oh,
great actor.
that's an
Um,
interesting one.
he's an original. Sidney Poitier. Um, you have people like Marlon Brando, uh, Leonardo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Are you naming big
People who,
names?
well, those are people who I feel like even if they didn't necessarily go to school for acting, they are able to transform themselves into the characters and really just sink their teeth into the roles that they play. So I'm about the craft. I'm about studying your craft and always developing and never being so good enough that you can't take voice lessons and take acting classes. I believe that being consistent and being committed to the process and the journey far outweighs somebody who's just naturally gifted in raw talent, because sometimes raw talent doesn't want to work. It comes so easy.
Yeah, you gotta. It says the three. It's the three D's: dedicated, discipline, and determined.
Yep.
So those, and I see that on your profile a lot too on social media. I always see you in your acting classes, you in your music rehearsal, and I'm like, no wonder why he got so good vocals. Like I was seeing something you had a straw or something like that.
Oh yeah, singing straw.
Yeah, so I was like, what? They got a string straw. So I actually learned a lot of stuff on your social media. I actually got
Oh,
kind of expired. Like I kind of took a hiatus on my podcast, but watching your social media, you always got positive thoughts and stuff like that. You always working on your craft, and it motivated me. So shout
I
out to you,
appreciate
man.
that.
Look, so now I see like I'm a bow tie fan.
Yeah, part of the bow tie fam. Shout out
Yes.
all the members of the bow tie fam.
Yep, including me. So I'm about to say, oh, which one you think is more challenging in pursuing, acting or music?
Uh, you know, I will tell you this. I think music is, because music taste changes um, every 3 to 5 years. It comes and goes in waves. I think that's harder if you're trying to break. If you're trying to chase a fad, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Music. Um, Acting wise, I'll speak for myself and say that I used to get real nervous when I would sing. Like I would like shake and be like nervous. But I still get a little bit nervous when I sing, but that's just the nerves from, not that I don't know the material or not that I can't sing the song, but it's just I want to make sure that I give the best performance. I'm a perfectionist. So, but I feel like singing would be harder. I actually like acting a little bit more now because you're able to. I like playing different characters. I like telling stories, giving voice to that wouldn't have a voice normally.
Word. I like that. Like I actually think that too. Like I would say I think kind of acting would be easier because like what you said, music does change like all different like probably in the next 3 years, 5 years, they're going to be a whole different like type of music that's going on like with the singing
Exactly.
and rapping and stuff like that. So yeah, like I would say like the acting is more consistent with it.
Yep.
You
I
know,
would say so.
yeah, I was about to say now your song better. You have
Yes.
a music video coming out for it, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Shout out to my director, Antoine Evans, and my leading lady in that, Eris. Yeah, my first video, we shot it um, over a 2 or 3 day period earlier last month. And it premieres this Friday on YouTube, and then we'll be playing it on IG TV and stuff after that. But yeah, my first official music video, so I'm excited. It's a dope video. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, when people see it, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, I didn't know we were going there. So
I can't
good,
wait to watch it.
just R&B, just on some R&B.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch. I seen a lot of the behind the scenes that you be posting on your social media. I'm like, oh, this look good right here. I actually like that song too. Like I be singing that song. Like I like that song. I think my favorite songs on off of your EP, Casual Luxury, I would say is Better, Creamer.
Ah,
I like Master Ray. And also
okay.
I like Monday. Like that song is good because nobody don't like Mondays, but that song motivates you to for your Monday and just like I gotta get up and do what I gotta do.
Yeah, like it's a quick story about that. I was literally at my 9 to 5 because I work my side, well, not my side, but I work in the legal field. But um, I was just on lunch one day and I was in the car and just like, it's a Monday. I got to go to the studio tonight. This day sucks. And I had a melody in my head and I was singing it. And then I took it to the studio that night and we were going to work on something else. And I was just like, man, this Monday sucks. And I just said, oh, here's what I had in my head. And then in less than literally 15 minutes, the beat was created, the music was created for that. And I did that interlude intro within maybe 2 takes.
Hmm.
and then just laid some backgrounds. And that was it.
Word. I just actually saw that actually was dope. I actually listened to your whole EP and I really like it though too. I really like it. I was
I
actually
appreciate that.
surprised and I was like, you got amazing vocals. And I was like, no
Uh,
wonder why he be practicing. I be seeing him practicing and stuff with singing. Like I think you was with your singing coach and
yep,
he had you like with your arms out and you was making the high notes and stuff like
yep.
that. And I'm like, oh.
It's shout out to Alexa Wild Vocal Studio over in Philly. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I just believe in always bettering your craft. I just never want to get so, I never want to be to the point where I'm unable to learn,
Mm,
because I think when you're unable to learn, you become ignorant. When you become ignorant, you get ready to fall down. So
yeah.
I'm a believer in taking acting classes. I studied with John Pallotta in Philly. So I'm just always about bettering myself as an artist and getting stronger in the craft, because there's always somebody waiting to take your spot. So if I can stay on my A game, that's what means a lot to me.
Or so I was gonna get into this next question. What motivates you to succeed? Because a lot of people they want to succeed, they don't have the determination to succeed, or they just lack the motive. So what motivates you to keep going out there pushing yourself, like into your music, into your career, yeah, like your acting, even like model. Like what push, what drives you?
I think just I will say Black excellence. I will say wanting to see myself be the person who I wanted to see when I was younger on television and hearing in the music. I'm a fan of old school '90s music, when people, when the guys were singing in the rain for the girl, and the girls was,
Yeah.
I don't want you because you cheat with my best friend, like, you know. Um, but people actually wrote songs, and it wasn't so much in your face about what you were doing or what you wanted to do, but there was a lot of innuendos. And, I listened to some songs back then. I'm like, oh, that was nasty. Like, they was talking about that, or they was doing that, but it was disguised in good wordplay and good
Hmm.
melody and good harmony. So one of my goals is just to kind of work to be one of those artists that people can go to, to listen to quality music, quality vocals. And because, I grew up kind of singing in church too. I'm a preacher's kid, so to speak. So, you had to be able to sing, live and be able to tap into the emotion of people. So, but what motivates me is just, I believe I'm here to influence and be an example to other boys and girls and Black people and people of color that, you can achieve whatever you want. And my dream is not about me, it's about being an open vessel to the universe to use me to tell stories of many people of different.
Now, when did you started getting into model? Because I see that you do a lot of model. Did that come like
Uh,
after the acting and the music, or did it just
yes,
okay?
yes. I have friends and family that will tell you I was the chubby kid with the Coke bottle glasses, chunky, and all that kind of stuff. And so, as you get older, you want to take care of your body, and you want to look good, you want to feel good. I think self-care is important. I know a lot of times people think, it's been kind of troped as just self-care for women, which is fine, because, women deserve all the self-care, especially our Black queens and stuff. But I
Mm-hmm.
think men also need to have self-care as well. A way to decompress stress, work out, go running, eat right, you know, do go to a museum, go to ball games. I mean, COVID
Or yeah, that's actually
curb some of that, but um, yeah, yeah, that's yeah, it's just self care.
oh, so did you ever do Transformation Tuesdays before?
Uh what was wait? Mm, I don't think so, but I did. Well, recently I because of COVID weight, I gained like 20 pounds. So
Oh shit.
I got back in. For the first time I got a trainer. Shout out to my trainer, Ashley Nealis. But wow, like I reached my goal, I think it was 12-week program. And I reached my goal the next to last week. And then when it ended, I was off by 1 pound. But The modeling thing, it just really stemmed from, taking headshots and then people like, oh, well, I think you might be good here. So I represented Scotch Porter last year for their beard brand. I did their pull up on Scotch Porter challenge with Target. I did partnered in that, and then that led to me being this year published in a magazine in France, which was Malvi magazine. So that was like my first time being like in a magazine. I could flip through and like, wow, there's Beaux right there, like craziness. And then I just found out I'm going to be on the cover of a book, an acting book that comes out December 1st. So, just making little moves here and there. So that's kind of how the modeling kind of creeped in. I don't see
Oh,
myself in that, but I'll
that's
take
dope.
it.
That's dope right there. So I see you making moves all around the board.
Listen, firing on all cylinders.
Hey, that's what you got to do, man. They always say that, man. Like your life is what you make it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'd rather, try. I mean, you know what you're good at, you know what you're successful at, but I'd rather go for it than to live to be, 50, 60, have kids or whatever, and then be like, I wish I would have done that. I wish I could have done it. I'd rather try. And if it's not for me, I still have time to change gears and do something else, but at least give it a try.
Or so, what movies have you played then?
Ah, I was in Death Saved My Life with Megan, the beautiful, beautiful, talented Megan Good. That premiered on Lifetime back in February. I was in that for a few minutes, which was awesome, great experience. And then I was in Concrete Cowboy, but you can't see me in that one. um, and I've done a few short films, one being Slow Burn, that will be out sometime next year. They did a pre-screening of it in Philly a couple weeks ago. And then I did most recently Hustle with Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah. There's extra role in there. And then a movie that I'm really, really excited at, A Cup Full of Crazy. And then a movie called Shaw, which has some really, really can't give away who's in that one, but I believe that film right there will really show people like, wow, like, okay, you're not playing about this thing. Like you acting. So yeah, that's
That's
all I've got.
yeah, that's absolutely dope. So, what's your favorite song from your EP, Casual Luxury?
Ah,
I
I
put you
would
on the
say
tough
better
spot.
because I would say better because it's the first one that I released, but truly because I'm about the vocals. Everybody likes Screamer, but my favorite song is Long Enough. Uh, because writing that one was a special uh, kind of letting go of certain things where you're in a relationship or a situationship and you figure out that this is not working for either party involved anymore. Like she needs to go, you want to go, they want to go. It's like we're no good to each other right now. We've been on this roller coaster long enough. Let's get off. Let's do each other a favor. So I think that's probably my favorite because I wrote most of that one, and because vocally, I'm singing on it.
Word. So, when you in the studio, do you have like a routine that you follow, or like say when you acting before you on set, do you have like a routine you go through?
For the studio, I of course, have my singing straw because I want my voice up from low to high and kind of have a balanced voice, so I'm not, cracking or whatever. I have water with me, which is usually like, well, I'm not gonna say brand, but I have, I think I'm losing Fiji water, and then like Sour Patch Kids with me.
Word.
So that's my ritual for the studio. Acting wise, just knowing my lines really. Just kind of doing my pre uh, preset ritual, which is one, always pray. As simple as that sound or as cheesy as it may sound, I pray before I go on set. And I also, whatever character I'm embodying, I give that character permission to occupy my living space for the duration of the time that I'm in that scene. And so when I'm acting, my character doesn't know that they're not real. And so whoever I am at in that moment, I am them at that moment in those scenes. And then when I'm done, I decompress and I may listen to like a gospel song or something, depending on what the role is, kind of bring myself back. But yeah, prayer, and then just making sure I know my lines and know the character's motivation.
Word. So you would say that acting before acting is more nervousing, like more nerve wracking than singing, like when you're in the studio.
Well, you know what? It switches sometimes for me because I I'm one that like I said, I'm a perfectionist. So when I was in the studio, working on this record, working on Casual Luxury, Don Michael Jr. Actually, the first song we recorded was Long Enough, and so there's a high part at the end of the song, and they also in the studio they have a podcast. Shout out to Devin Wade Show. That's where they shoot the Devin Wade podcast, all that kind of stuff, sound effects studios in Salkin. And so people were coming in, and I was kind of getting nervous, like, oh man, like people are in here, so what if I crack? Blah blah blah. And Don Michael, and so that made me self-conscious. And so Don Michael was like, yo, listen, like you can sing, you really can sing your face off. You got training and all that kind of stuff. If you mess up, that's what we punch in for. Like you're recording, we're capturing the best performance. It's not about you getting it right the first time. If you do, that's great. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to get the best moments of the song. It's not like you can't sing. So in that regards, you know, that's how I handle that. But in acting, you just have to make sure that you listen to your scene partner, that you are in tune with what they're feeling, because sometimes you'll have the scripts and you'll, do the scenes. And then if you know your scenes like you're supposed to, then if you're paying attention to and listening to the actor, then you understand that they can throw a curveball at you, and you should be able to adjust without any problem. So it switches for me.
Okay. So do you have any new gigs coming up that we need to know about?
Just at the music video for Better premieres Friday. I do have a special holiday performance coming up just in time for the Christmas holiday season. So that's going to be special. And outside of that, just kind of laying low, working on new material. I'm in the studio again. I'm working with some new producers, which is exciting. We're taking everything to the next level vocally. I'm always of the mindset that you can't give everybody everything you can do all at once. So you just kind of sprinkle and show flashes of what you can do in the stories that you tell. So this next project that we're on, we're taking things to the next level vocally, visually, all that type of stuff. So I'm just kind of laying low, chilling for the rest of the year, just a holiday performance. If something should arise, then yeah, kind of just chilling out with family. It's been a, tough year, kind of coming out of COVID and stuff like that. But
yeah, it's been like a roller coaster with this
pandemic. Yep. I would say that hopefully that I should be making my return to theater stage in early 22, Raising in the Sun. So we're working on the stuff now. That's about it.
All right. So I'm gonna hit you with this last question. Right? You ready for it?
Dun dun dun. All
right. If you had one chance for a dream collab, who would it be and why?
Man. All right. So the caveat to this, okay, so does it have to be music or acting, or can I choose one for both?
You could choose one from both.
Okay. All right. So acting wise, I would love to work with Anthony Anderson. And here's why. Anthony Anderson is the very first celebrity I ever met. And I met him in Philly. I think I was about 10 or 11. And we had the NBA All-Star game in Philly, and I was walking down the street with my grandmother, and I pointed to him because I think it was Friday. I had just seen Friday or so, whatever movie it was where he's still in the Mac machine, the ATM machine, and I was like, "You're him," and he's like, "I'm me," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're him," and my grandma was like, "Well, who is that?" I'm like, "No, that's the one. Can I get a picture?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, you can get a picture." So I got a picture with him. Don't know what the picture is, but I from that moment, he was actually one of, I guess I can trace wanting to be an actor kind of back to him as well. Uh, and then for music, there's so many great artists that have influenced me and that I listen to. But I would have to say, if I could work with John Legend would be almost sounding too easy. But yeah, I would love to work with Cosign. I would love to have a record produced by Cosign from the interns, or sneaking this one in here, the colleagues.
Mm.
So I would love to have records produced by one or both of them. So not necessarily working with the artist. They can produce two of my records.
That's actually an interesting answer, because a lot of people would be like, they would say an artist, but you're actually going with the producer, and that's actually dope. That's actually dope because they're the ones that actually perfect the song, the engineers and
Yes.
stuff like that. So that's actually dope. That's actually dope.
Shout
Good
out to the
answer.
colleagues and shout out to Cosign from interns. Yes.
Yes, yes. But we're about to head out of here. You feel me? It was great talking to you. You
I
feel me?
appreciate it.
Beaux Emerson, his EP is out right now. Casual Luxury. Music news is sponsored by the Carriers. Need an event planner? Need a lit DJ? Need a host that's going to turn up? Or book the Carriers now. Follow them on Instagram at thecarriers.co. Tell them Smooth sent you for an unbeatable offer. That's thecarriers.co on Instagram. Music news. 21 Savage paid to refurbish basketball courts in Atlanta, man. Shout out to, you feel me? Shout out to 21 Savage, man, for actually doing something for the community. He actually rebuilt the basketball court in Atlanta. That's actually dope, man. It's actually dope. Also, man, you know Kanye West, man. He gave Beanie Sigel, man, $50 million plus 5% of stocks of Yezzy, man. Because Beanie Sigel nicknamed him Yezzy, and he ran off with it. He trademarked it, he branded it, got his shoes out called Yezzy. Everybody know that they made multiple $1 million, so that's a multi-million-dollar business right there, just alone. So shout out to Ye, man. I forgot he changed his name, but shout out to Ye, man, for actually doing something. That's a real brother right there. A lot of people won't even do that. They just get the trademark, like, hey, it's my name. You feel me? I don't owe you nothing. You nicknamed me that, but other people's calling me that too. But man, he's a real brother right there. Shout out to Ye. I respect you for that. Also, man, Travis Scott, Drake, and Live Nation is being sued after deadly concert. So yes, if you don't know, over the weekend, you feel me? Travis Scott, he had his Astro World Tour. This was the 3rd anniversary of it. And 8 people passed away. There was 2 minors, and there was there was 6 adults. I'm sorry, and it's just so sad, man. I'm like, wow, how did this happen? Like, and I seen some videos, some clips. People was trying to get on stage. Fans was trying to get on stage, telling the staff, trying to get Travis Scott attention. Like, there's people dying, they need help, They was being ignored. One staff person told them to get off stage and stuff. It was just so heartbroken. It was like so chaotic, and it was just sad, man. Sad. My prayers go out to their family and to their kids. If anybody had kids, that's just so heartbroken. Also, man, you need an affordable place to rent or an event. Also, you need an affordable place to rent to host your event, or a platform like Smooth Radio 102 in Center City, Philadelphia. Contact me for more details, man. I got the hookup, man. Let's get lit, man. Also, you're an artist out there. You want your music heard? You're trying to get on stage? Well, download the Carriers app and submit your music today. Android users, go to Google app and download the Carriers app. If you have an iPhone, Feel me? Download the ISC Radio app. Click subscribers, sign in, and go to PA, then tap the carriers. It's that simple, man. Also, if you like us, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Smooth Radio 102, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Smooth Radio 102. Now we're about to get into the world news. The infrastructure bill has been passed. Yes, man. Also, you know, Biden agreed to pay illegal immigrants, even though that they're committed a crime for coming over here illegally. I can't make that stuff up. I really can't make that stuff up. This is crazy. Also, man, did you know that time goes by faster when you're higher from the ground than when you're at the ground or below sea level? That's interesting. Yeah, scientists just found that out. They actually been found that out. It's called time dilation. That's actually dope, man. Also, man, more than 160 customers is suing Hertz, the rental company, for falsifying stolen car reports. Yeah, so it was like over 160 people been pulled over and stuff because they rented a car from Hertz, and it was the cops pulled them over saying that the car's reported stolen. They had their rental agreements and bank statements proving that they paid for it, and it wasn't. Some people got locked up for it. Some people didn't, but it still was just so crazy, man. So crazy. Also, man, Ahmad Aubrey trial begins. Yes, man. So it already began, man. The first day, it's kind of hectic, man. They got 12. They got only one black person. The rest of the jurors is white. So I don't see how that even. I don't even know how that happened. I wouldn't be surprised if they get a slap or a wrist or acquitted. This is sad, man. Where's the justice? Also, man, Regeneron antibody prevents COVID infection for about 8 months. Oh, God. Oh, God. Also, man, Elon Musk, man, changed his name on Twitter to Lord Edge. And guess what, man? The crypto that's called Lord Edge, they stock soared, man, right after he did that. Man, that's a business move, man. That's crazy, man. Like the crypto is actually that's actually the new wave. A lot of people is making money off of this cryptocurrency. I actually got to get into the cryptocurrency, man. But that's all for the world news that we have. If you like us, man, please, man, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Smooth Radio 102, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Smooth Radio 102. If you want an interview on here, if you want a business shout out, DM us on Instagram, Smooth Radio 102. It's your host, Smooth Breeze, and I'm out. Peace.